Greetings, I'm Daniel Hubin with Logos Education, and I'm happy today to be presenting on Diamine Black Ivy ink. Now, the Diamine company is one of the oldest producers of fountain pen ink in the world. And while many companies known for their fountain pen inks also are known for producing fountain pens, Diamine stands out as being a company that is only known for producing their wide selection of high-quality fountain pen inks. The Diamine company produces their inks near Liverpool, England, and they were established in the area in 1864 during the reign of their Queen Victoria. And at the same time, over here in the States, we were in the middle of our very bloody Civil War, to provide a bit of context. Now, Diamine produced this particular ink as part of their annual Inkvent Advent calendar. So every year Diamine comes out with an Advent calendar with 25 inks in each calendar in small bottles. Now this is a larger 50 milliliter bottle of ink, and this is available separate from their Advent calendars. Every year, each Advent calendar has a different color. This is from the red edition. So the original version of this ink was released as part of their red Advent calendar. I don't know offhand which year that was. I believe this year's Advent, or Inkvent calendar, I should say, was black. So this is from an ink from prior year. But what you get when you get this ink separate from the Inkvent calendar is you get a larger bottle. You also get a beautiful glass bottle of ink that is designed to look like a snowflake. And I really like this ink bottle design. It's definitely one of my favorite ink bottle shapes out there on the market today. Now, this particular ink is a sheening ink, which means that on high quality ink resistant papers, you will notice some dual toning in the ink. So this is a dark green ink, but you'll also see some shiny red sheen that's almost a coppery tone in certain lights and on ink resistant paper. So this is a really beautiful ink. I really appreciate it, especially for the holidays. It's a high sheening ink, which means that it is highly concentrated. The dye in this ink is highly concentrated, and that produces the sheen. However, it does mean that this ink tends to run a bit dry. It doesn't flow as easily as some other inks do in fountain pens. And my experience of this ink is that if you leave a pen uncapped for a short while with this ink in it, the ink can dry out a bit in the feed. And the solution is to leave your pen capped for a short while to allow ink to resettle and to flow fully through the feed again, and then you shouldn't have any issues. So it's a bit more of a high maintenance ink than other inks, but it's really beautiful. You will notice, however, that when the ink is wet, it does actually look blue rather than green. So you can see in the cap, you are getting a bit of a blue color. And I have to apologize. The bottle leaked a few moments ago before I saw this video, and I got a little bit of ink on my hands. And on my hands, you see a bit more of the blue come out. But on paper it looks green, very dark green with that red sheen. Without the sheen, it looks dark green. So I have an ink sample on just heavy stock printer paper, which is fairly absorbent, and because of how absorbent printer paper is, you're not going to get that sheen. So you can see no special qualities, but it is a very nice color, a very nice tone of green. Now, I also tried this ink on my Marumon Nemosine paper, which is a much smoother paper, much more ink resistant, made in Japan. And you can see that in the right light, you get a lot of sheening. I often can see only red instead of the base green. So this is a very high sheening ink. Very beautiful. And both of these ink samples I did with my handy dandy TWSBI Vac Mini pen, and I've really enjoyed this ink, especially with the 1.1 millimeter stub I have with this TWSBI Vac Mini. And so this is a wonderful ink. I got this as a gift from someone who purchased it for me at the bookstore of the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. Usually this ink goes for $18 for a 50 milliliter bottle. You can also get it from the Pen Boutique online for $16. Although I will say that as of the time of the filming of this video, the Pen Boutique was out of stock, likely due to the holidays, but I hope that they will restock this particular ink shortly, because it is a beautiful ink, and if you want to use it, I would highly recommend that you purchase it online, or if you have a local retailer that carries Diamine, ask for the Black Ivy ink. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you will consider purchasing Black Ivy when it becomes available, or pursue other inks that Diamine has to offer. And I hope that you have a very blessed day.